You will learn to inflate your glider while facing forward down the hill, with the canopy stretched behind you, as well as the more common reverse inflation, in which you face the canopy prior to and during the inflation. Historically, forward inflations were used in calm and light wind conditions, and reverse inflations were reserved for stronger winds. This has evolved in recent years to reverse inflations being the method of choice, with forward inflations saved for those conditions in which a reverse inflation and launch is not practical. Before choosing which inflation method to use, you should give consideration to the strength and direction of the wind, as well as the condition of the terrain. We will categorize wind speed as calm, 0 to 2 miles per hour, light, 3 to 6 miles per hour, moderate, 7 to 12 miles per hour, and high, anything over 12 miles per hour. The proper techniques for canopy layout, inflation, and launch depend on how strong and gusty the wind is and the slope of the hill. The first step to a consistent inflation is to ensure the canopy is laid out square to the wind. If the winds are light, bow the canopy into a gentle horseshoe shape to help ensure that the center cells will fill first and the canopy comes up square to the wind. Make sure all lines are visible and no lines are under any part of the canopy. It is critical that the lines and risers are free of twists, tangles, knots, and any debris. Inspect each riser group starting with the A risers by holding them clear of the other risers and shake the other lines clear. Work your way through each riser, paying particular attention to the A and brake lines. Check that each of the quick links is secured. Take care to keep the lines clear of any rocks or vegetation that might cause a snag in your inflation. If you leave your risers connected to the harness when you pack up, it may be appropriate to only shake out the A risers and brake lines. If they shake free easily without twists, you can be reasonably assured the remaining lines will shake free during the inflation. To hook in for a forward inflation, stand in the center of the canopy and attach the risers to the harness carabiners, taking care that the A risers face to the front without any twists. Fasten your speed stirrup if so equipped, and ensure the lines move freely, and the stirrup is secured without inadvertently tensioning the stirrup lines. For reverse inflations, it is best to actually hook in while facing the canopy in the reverse position. Hooking in while facing the canopy gives you better awareness and a quicker reaction to sudden gusts that might lift the wing. Before you hook up the risers, you must decide which direction you are going to turn to face downhill after the inflation. A good rule of thumb is to spin around in the opposite direction of your side-mounted reserve parachute. The reason for this is that if you ever graduate to tandem flying, you will not want to brush your deployment handle against your passenger when you turn around to launch and risk accidentally deploying your reserve. So if you are right-handed, you should inflate and turn to your left to launch. Here, our demonstration pilots show how easy it is to accidentally brush the reserve if you spin towards it to launch. If you are a right-handed pilot, take the risers that go to the right wing, which is facing you on your left, and holding them parallel to the ground, turn them 1/2 revolution to the left and hook them into your right carabiner. Next, take the risers to the left wing, turn them 1/2 revolution to the left, and placing them over the right risers, hook them into your left carabiner. Fasten your speed stirrup, if so equipped, and ensure the lines move freely, and the stirrup is secured without inadvertently tensioning the stirrup lines. Left-handed pilots would do the exact opposite. Risers twisted 1/2 turn to the right, with the right riser crossed over the left riser. Use this technique to avoid launching with a brake line twisted around a riser. Using your right hand, hold the left riser group away from you without twists. With your left hand, follow the rear riser from the carabiner. Detach the brake line handle from its retaining clip and grasp it securely. While holding the left brake handle, repeat the process and grasp and detach the right brake with your right hand.